Hello. Start, click, change scene, then start intro. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to more Wizardry on Retro Metal on the Lady Isla Roche channel. I'm Kat. I'm your host. And I'm tired. Good afternoon, Nostalgic. How are you? Yeah, I know why. I don't feel like I slept last night, even though I know I slept last night because my watch told me I slept last night. I met my sleep goal last night. Like I have that's one goal I have zero problems generally. Generally hitting is my sleep goal. But I really don't feel like I did. It probably has to do with the fact that yesterday morning I busted my butt and got my garden in, which is quite a bit of work. And it involved a trip to Lowe's because somebody put, because I love when people I this is why I try not to be that person, because I hate when this happens to me, and it happened to me. I think it was, I've had one of those nights. I know I slept, but my body said, yeah, that's where I am. I know I slept, but my body's like, no, you didn't. So I went to Lowe's on Wednesday because it was super nice out, and I got plants for my garden and seeds for my garden. And yesterday morning was sunny enough, and then I was going to pick. I got what I thought were, I wanted a green bell, because I like green bell peppers. I wanted a sweet banana pepper, and I picked up, they had something called a jalapeno, which is apparently a jalapeno with less heat. And I'm like, sure, I'll try that. But then I got home and I was planting yesterday, and I pick up the what I thought was a banana pepper because it was in the bin that said sweet banana. The bin was marked sweet banana. But you got to look at what's actually in the plant, because people put stuff back in the wrong spot. And this was some sort of really, I googled it, and it was a really hot pepper. So I got in the car and I had to go to Lowe's and I had to exchange it. And I had forgotten to get an eggplant anyway, and I needed a little bit more dirt, so it was okay. I mean, I kind of needed to do it anyway, but yeah, yesterday I planted I have tomatoes and cucumbers and zucchini, and I played live action Minecraft. Really is what it comes down to. I've spent the last few days, and especially yesterday morning, playing live action Minecraft. I even planted beets because I wanted to try beets this year. Beets, beans, onions, lettuce, parsley, dill, oregano, basil, cilantro. It's a kitchen garden. I got I put in 2 raised beds. I'm calling this garden 1.0. I call last year garden like prototype 0.0 because I really didn't have a lot of time or extra scratch, because I just bought the house to really do much more than buy some plants and some it's called garden soil. I don't know, Miracle Grow mix, and it's what my beds are full of too. And put some stuff in the ground just to see what happened. I did okay. I mean, I got quite a few tomatoes, I got quite a ton of banana peppers, ton of cucumbers. Didn't get any zucchini. Or did I get? I think I got like 1 zucchini. Yeah, I am living in a Simon and Garfunkel song. I like to try and grow food. Also, keeping my growing food skills on point, so that when the world goes to hell, I still have I know how to grow my own food. This is also the reason why I haven't of late considered getting my ham radio license. I'm actually literally really considering looking into getting my basic ham certification or license or whatever you need to do ham radio. Because I think, when the world goes to hell, it's going to be a useful skill. When implies that it hasn't already. This is true. But yeah, so, skills I want to keep sharp are things like my sewing and growing all my own food. Also, it's just fun. It's very satisfying to watch stuff grow. And also, not gonna lie, it like stuff like fresh from the garden tastes so much better, even then you go into like and there's a lot of fruit and vegetable stands where I live. I live in Mennonite country. So there's lots and lots of farm stands where I live, and it's even tastier when it comes out of when it's backyard to table. But that is probably why I am tired and a bit stiff, because I also, pushed a lot of dirt around. And I also had to mow the lawn. And because it's been raining here, and before anybody, yes, it's been raining here and cloudy, and I did not get to see the aurora, and I am extraordinarily salty about that. Thank you very much. Because seeing the northern lights in my backyard in Pennsylvania would be very cool. And yeah, clouds. Like last night it was like legitimately thunderstorming, and I'm like, okay, this is good because all my plants are getting watered, but I would really like to see the northern lights. Even though I'm not anywhere near the north. So yeah, today's probably gonna be a short stream just because I am a very sleepy cat. But I didn't want to not stream because it's that whole momentum thing. I think it also has to do with it's the end of I work in education, it's the end of the school year. And I'm sure that not in any way at all, it is totally contributing to no. If we did, I didn't see them nostalgic because it has been cloudy here for the last 2 nights when we would have seen any of the effects. I saw pictures. I saw pictures of people who did. Erie, where I'm from, because I'm on a couple of you're from Erie when Facebook groups. Had some beautiful stuff out over the lake. It was gorgeous. I know Museum Joe posted some pictures from wherever he is that he got some beautiful shots from in the suburb near a street light. We got nothing. We got rain. The last Friday night and Saturday night, we got clouds and rain. I think we left everybody. There were concerns about satellites, and I spent last night. I spent a whole. I played a bunch of Final Fantasy. Hey, 48K Ram, thank you very much for the sub. 28-month streak, over 2 years. Woo! No, I mean last night I was playing PlayStation. I got back onto Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and started picking up some of the side quests and stuff I didn't do because I finally got to the point where I'm like, I need to know what happens. I need to know what Nomura is going to do to mess with my head. And now I'm going back and doing the stuff that I didn't do to get the plot. There's plot, like outside plot. So yeah, that's all right. Let's go. Oh, I need my iPad, and my iPad's in the other room. One sec. Because my iPad has the maps on it, don't you know? And I guess I could. I don't have enough screen real estate, so I need to use the iPad. Not that I super need, but it's kind of like I would like to have it as a just in case sort of thing. Okay. Oh, cool. FFX is good. I mean, some of the voice acting is questionable, but the sphere grid is awesome and easily breakable. I don't know if the PS3 version was the remake where they fixed a bunch of stuff. There was a couple of interesting exploits in the original Final Fantasy X for beating the super boss that they nerfed out in the because I played the remake on I bought it I have it for PS I have it for the digital version of the HD remake. And I was like, wait a minute, they this isn't fighting what I can't remember the super bod nemesis, I think. What It's not working the way it used to because they there's one skill that they nerfed. And because I was because I remember pinging Rex like, "Yo, did they?" He's like, "Yeah, they totally nerfed it." I was like, "Yeah." There we go. And two is just fun. I've played. I mean, I have both. Wow, this is what I mean. I'm sleepy. I can't even pay attention to what I'm doing. 10-2 is a lot of fun. Uh, it has a really neat plot, and it has a really neat it has a really neat system with like you can't get 100% in the game unless you play New Game Plus because there's like choices you have to make. It's really it's neat. Also, I love the dress spheres, but it's the dress spheres are the job system for a cosplayer. I'm like I said, I would have to look. I feel like that if it's the HD remake, I know there's some stuff that they nerfed out. Because I mean, I definitely bought that. That's FFX was the reason I bought a PlayStation 2. Shocking, I know. The reason I bought a video game console was to play a Final Fantasy game. Shocking. But I really enjoy. Like the plot is really good. Like I said, some of the voice acting is questionable. Um, there's one like it's like it was one of the first games that was voice acted. So this is it. F. I thought we went all the way down to F. Oh yeah, okay, right. I played the demo, nostalgic, and I wasn't impressed. I don't know. I didn't like. I'm trying to think how to put this. With the demo, I didn't like the fact that it was trying to be Game of Thrones the game. I got really annoyed. Paper. That's interesting. What's paper? I wonder. Really? Really? Fudge. Uh, but I played the demo, and it's a beautiful game. Uh, I'm guessing paper is a scroll. Yes. Well, come on. We gotta. Really? I guess we're going back upstairs already. That's annoying. $705. Hello, Manic Whiner. I mean, we can go back up and find out. The fun thing is, the faster. This is like literally the fastest way to get back to where we need to be to the castle is going to be going down here. Although I guess, uh, why is he still holding on to? I think was I gonna go sell stuff? I think I was supposed to go sell stuff. Um. Okay, that'll work. Okay. Yeah. Yes, we camped in front of the sign. We know what it says. All right, what is it going to give us? Disturbingly cute animals. Strange animal. But we're killing them. Strange animal calls for help, but none comes. What's a bleeb? What's a bleeb? I don't know. What's that bundle disc was so lazy here. Just a disc and a note saying check Square Online for docs. I mean, I remember when Final Fantasy IX came out, and I bought and that was uh the service was called Play Online, and it was some sort of, I can't even remember. It was like it wasn't like a play online because it was you had to get on with your PC. I'd have to go back and look. Uh, but like even in the Brady Games guide, was go visit Play Online for more information. It was like so annoying. The only thing I got out of signing up for Play Online was they had a thing where. All right. Where you could there was yeah. I got a cute little plush Vivi out of it. Is the end of this story. They had a basically, if you signed up, there was a chance you would get. It would ask you for your address, and you could get free plush Vivi. 13 had a manual. 13. I'm one of the 5 people that like didn't hate 13. The linearity didn't bother me because a lot of those games are linear, even though they try to pretend they're not. Uh, but I did not. Oh wow, this is bad. I did not hate 13. I liked, again, mostly I play Final Fantasy games for the story. Yeah, 13's pretty linear till you get about 3/4 of the way, I'd say, through the game. 13.2 is really neat. 13 Lightning Returns is it's weird. Lightning Returns is a weird game. Like it was neat. I don't it's not one I'd like line up to on any it's not someone I line up playing again. Xenoblade Chronicles is really good. Xenoblade Chronicles, the first Xenoblade game is awesome. Uh Cool. Here's the fun. We don't know where we are. We might be. Okay. I'm pretty sure Dumapic doesn't work down here. What are you doing? Game? Question mark? Is my keyboard acting up again? Will teleporter traps send you anywhere on... I hope it's only on this level, otherwise we are 16 kinds of boned. You might not even be on level 10? Oh my gosh. Okay. 4am just answered your question. No, I might not even be on level 10 anymore. She's on level 0x10. She has no freaking clue where she is. I never played Mass Effect. Oh no, you're on level 1? Okay, I mean, level 1's not bad. Da 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 da. Let's see if we can figure out where we are on level 1. Oh crap, I think I know where I am on level 1. Lock the screen. Ah, crap. I know where I am. I know where I am. I'm in the really stupid part of level 1. Yeah. I know exactly where I am. Mother chucker. I'm down where the hidden boss is. I have to figure out how to get to the LLL later. Yeah, I thought if it was for 3, if it wasn't for PS2, it was probably the remaster. Okay. I'm just looking at this map to figure out where I need to go. Okay. I don't think this is where I wanted to go. But I feel like at least we can handle these encounters. You think? Ah! The PC version of that is DRM free. Just delete the steam.dll. Smeg. I know where I am. Like I said, at least I know where I am. Ugh. So it's not all bad. All right. All right, we should be... Yes, this is where I want to be. It's very dark here. Yes, yes it is. Everything is, yeah, I mean, everything is DRM free if you're smart enough. Yay, we got there. Okay, actually, I could have done this better. DRM. Got there. I don't want to camp. Type slower. You are sleepy, whom? Type slower. Alright, let's get some of this stuff identified. Who has stuff that needs identified? I believe... Knobstick armor. Shield and paper. Okay. Because apparently we can't just, you know, identify stuff in town. Because that would make sense. That would be useful and helpful. Hey, Anubis, how are you? Last report of the year. Yay! What is our knob stick? Mace +1. We have a few of those. What is the armor? Chainmail +1. Okay. Yay, WSL being a pain in the butt today. We have a storm incoming. Is this? No, I totally get it. We had some really good ones. We had some really good storms last night. Oh wait, everybody's off by one number. I know. I wish I could mash. No, the problem is, if my characters that need maces are hitting things, then something has. If anybody but my fighters are actually having to use physical attacks, something has gone terribly, terribly wrong in the dungeon. We had super warm weather. It's May. I'm in UK. I sunburned. I mean, I sunburned just when I look at the sun, so I feel ya. We had that earlier in the week. I'm dungeoning it wrong. I'm often dungeoning it wrong. Oh wait, she doesn't need the small shield. She should be selling that. I'd like to know how it decides. I guess if it's something that your character could probably use, it immediately dumps you into that particular submenu. Scroll of Badios. That's useless. Because Badios is kind of useless. Why does she have a short sword if she can't use it? Okay. Gonna sell a bunch of crap. You're dungeoning it wrong. I'm often dungeoning it wrong. That's pretty much the story of my life. Uh. Sell. Um. Um. The scrolls of healing I want to keep. We want to sell the, and we can sell the small shield. We'll keep the healing stuff. Where are we? Does he have that he can? He can sell one mace plus one. Why does he not have? I hate that. Like I guess it does the Ultima you can sell stuff even if you're wearing it thing, which is kind of irritating. So I can sell the mace, one of the mace plus ones. Number 5, as it were. Welcome to Inventory Management and You. Okay, what do we need to do? We need to go to the inn. Oh, right, it helps to actually do that. This is just faster than screwing. As long as I've got the money, this is just way faster. When I remember to pass the gold around. Which I'm really bad about remembering. Alright. Let's save. And do another, back up. Since we're gonna have to rearrange our party anyway, let's do another, okay. I am gonna finish this game one of these years. Really, I am. I feel like I'm not terribly far off. I feel like I just need slightly better gear and maybe another level or two. Leave the camp. And just let's try to not get ourselves teleported. I was just panicking because I was afraid it was going to teleport me into solid rock. Not gonna lie. Yeah. Nah. Really? Wow, thanks, game. This is the deepest sigh, except everything's running away. Because hopefully everything runs away. I don't know why. I feel like I should be able to one hit these things, whatever they are. Animal, that's about a generic description as you can get. I know. I think if you fight it long enough, it'll tell you what it actually is, but we're not going to stick around long enough to find out. One animal. One. Two insect. One. Three men in robes. Three. Yeah, I'm not sure what the Whoa! What are these guys? What in the heck? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's obviously. I mean, casting Lahalito should have been my first clue, I guess. Okay, let's not mess this up this time. Let's not get teleported wherever, somewhere. Ooh, gloves. Hello. Okay. That was scary. That's why we're going back upstairs. Also, if this was silver gloves, that would be kind of awesome. I know, right? Only 700 XP for all that. The corridor out of limits. Turn back. Dude, I know this corridor off by... I literally know this corridor off by heart at this point. I did wreck them in 2 turns. You are true. I did wreck them in 2 turns. I think Mariah's the one that's got the stuff that I need to deal with. Yes. Hey, Viborg, how are you? Yeah, I mean, I wrecked them pretty hard, but still. Please be good gloves. Please be good gloves. Please be good gloves. Please be silver gloves. Please be silver gloves. Please be silver gloves. That's not what I wanted. Here's the storm to switch to mobile. I mean, do what you gotta do. I don't mess around with electrical storms. No one should mess around with electrical storms. We of all people should probably know better than that. Ooh, what do we get? Breastplate +1. And rats, just copper gloves that I don't think anybody but my fighters can use. I mean, I can sell the stuff, obviously. but that's still kind of irritating. Electrical, my lightning catch and pull. Save all that lightning, right? Jaina, my level 1 bishop and her 5 hit points. Alright. Mariah can sell 7 and 8. And then 7. And leave. And leave. And they said this is just way faster. And I certainly have the money. Oh. Game is not being kind to me today. Although, oh yeah, I pooled party goals, so she doesn't. When has this game ever been kind to you? If it was, it wasn't being. I mean, that is an excellent point. All right, Mace. Let's do another. Let's see how much trouble we can get into. Da 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 da. Reorder. That's better. All right. No. Yeah, but today I feel like today my luck is exceptionally low, but that could also be because I'm tired and cranky. If you weren't here at the top of the stream, I was lamenting about the fact that I slept last night. I have the data on I have the sleep data that says I slept last night. My body would beg to differ with the data that I have. So, that's a thing. And that could also be coloring my perceptions. But like I said, I also was saying, I planted my garden yesterday morning into the afternoon, and then this is just the time of the year when my battery is like, I'm like a really old iPhone battery, where it's like, really. You have to be basically plugged in all the time. Oh, sweet. Okay. Where you get all puffy and ready to explode. Not quite that old. I'm in that won't hold a charge sort of mode. So, inspect. Disarm. Am I spelling teleporter wrong? Finally. I need to check my OG iPad. Another scroll and 81 gold. Okay. Yeah, I need to figure out what I'm going to do with this 2015 MacBook Pro that's living in my tech closet at the moment. But I've got other more important fish to fry. I have the 2 to fix. And I have the monitor, the 2C monitor that needs a complete recap. Which I'm super not looking forward to, and I really need to get around to ordering caps for it. So that I can get started on that. It really wants me to teleport all over the maze, doesn't it? It desperately wants me to teleport all over the maze. Chain? It's like chain mail? Or like a chain? No, because that would be... What the heck is chain? What does that mean? That's new, different, and interesting. Alright. Yeah. Shut up. Word. I'm not terribly far away from kicking your butt. Wow, okay. Let's hope Mariah can do a lot of damage here in a hurry. Alright. Alright. That's not too bad. We should be able to knock these guys over. And get some maybe decent XP. That's a new one. Alright. Yeah, that wasn't nearly as scary. You're true. This was not nearly as scary as the level 10 mages. All right, we found a lot of halfway decent treasure here, so I think we're gonna actually pop upstairs and and oh, okay. It really, I wish there was like some sort of visual clue that you had teleported. That's kind of something I wish it gave you some sort of like there's no visual clue that says you teleported. What am I doing? Oh wait. Amulet, sword. Okay, that's kind of what I was afraid of. All right. because we've got quite a bit of interesting things going on here. Let's see how much of this stuff let's see how much of this stuff is useful. All right, trade. Where are we? 6. Amulets are always at least expensive, if not useful. I mean, that's good. Money is money. Money is money is money. And now we're just going to sit here and roll dice until we figure out what the stuff is. I probably should drop into Wiz Plus and up her level so that she can actually, like, identify stuff. And we don't have to sit here and die roll forever and ever and ever. Because I could do that. That is a thing that I can do, you know. Shield +1. Okay, cool. That's going to somebody. And by somebody, I mean me. Yeah, I think we're gonna go and just, since we've already, like, cheated our brains out, we're gonna go and make her, like, a really high level bishop so that she can, like, instantly identify stuff. Yeah, another Dragon Slayer. Heck yeah. Yeah, I guess one of my other fighters is getting a really good sword. That's awesome. Thank you, game. All right, what do we got? What is an evil chain +2? This is the fun part of level 10. Yeah, I know, that's the thing. What is an evil chain +2? That doesn't sound good. That sounds actually bad. Who was I for? Someone has this chain. Evil chain is armor that can only be worn by evil partners. It doesn't sound good. And also, all my party members are evil. So, because none of us are paladins. So anybody that can only wear chain, evil chain is just evil chain well +2 for evil people. Well, we are evil people, so that's That's cool. Trade. It is very good for me, yes. Because I'll have to look and see who's what. But for right now, let's see if we can get some more of this stuff identified. Yeah, this is a good pull. This was a good run. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Amulet of Manapho. Okay, what does Manapho do? I feel like that is a paralyze one group of monsters. iPad no turny outy, but no puffy outy. So sometimes you don't know if those are puffy outy. Ask me about my iPhone 3G and what happened to it. I didn't know it was puffy outy until it had popped. Um Short sword -2. Okay, I don't want to use that. Oh wait, I wanted to trade that stuff back to from whence it came. And then go here. Case hasn't popped. Well, I mean, it should tell you right away. If you get the like I'm charging, then I should be fine. Um you know what? Let's do this. On. Okay, that's super awesome. Uh Trade. Uh Okay, some sort of scroll. Scroll of Batios. Wow, okay, we're getting better at this whole identifying thing. Staff of Magreth. Mariah has a broken item. What? Oh, I should drop that. I should drop that. You're right. I missed that. I assume she can use. Yeah, I should drop that. Equip. Yes. Good point. So she can sell the staff of +2. Who has? Who can use chainmail and doesn't have good chainmail? Chainmail +1. Oh, okay. He can use it. ELB human. Where does it say? I made everybody evil just because I didn't want to deal with alignments and stuff. But I don't remember where it says what your alignment is. Oh, okay. She can't wear. It's the E before the class. All fighters can use chainmail. Yeah, but my fighters have plate already. Oh, E, thief. Duh. Okay. Hi, good morning. I'm awake. No, I'm not. He can use the chain +2. He can use the easel chain +2. Ace. You can spell some stuff. We'll drop his armor class. That's helpful. Perfect. That was a good trip to level 10. We upgraded quite a bit of good stuff. I don't know why I'm bothering, because I'm just going to go and save. Sell that. I'm not super sure on the sell that. Right, she can sell the staff. Alright, who needs to stay at the inn? Cool. Alright, we need to save because we just got some really good stuff. So let's do a save. Oh, quit the game. Back up my scenario because, dude, that's awesome. We've got some really good gear out of that. Prepare yourself for the ultimate in fantasy games. Start. Gilgamesh, who I have to fight in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. He's like a hidden boss that I have to go fight. I've gotta see if it's what the trick is, because I'll tell you what, I found one of the summons is a pain in the butt to fight. I'm not going for 100% on that game though, because to go for 100% on FF7 Rebirth would require me to play a lot of mini games, most of which I'm really bad at. So that's not ever going to happen. That I can tell you for darn sure. I am not ever planning on getting 100% platinum in that game. Not happening. But I am trying to crack all of the plot. Anything that's like remotely related to plot stuff, I am looking for. The mini games in FF7, the mini games in FF7 OG are nothing compared to and even Remake has mini games, but it had nothing compared to Rebirth. Rebirth is like Square Enix basically said, if there's a game you want to make, put it in here. because chocobo racing is basically kart racing. There's a shooting gallery game. There's a like Rocket League game. There's the there's hit the buttons in rhythm games, which I'm really bad at. There's oh God, I can't even keep track of them all. There's a rail shooter. At least one rail shooter. Trying to think. There's the biking game from the original. It's obnoxious. The Chimeras advance. Okay, I really want you to hit the Gorgon. I really hope I told you to hit the Gorgon. Because I know what Gorgons do. They paralyze they turn you into stone. So I don't so uh, so Invarial, who I haven't heard I heard from him today, but I've was it last week or a couple of weeks ago? Was playing a Persona. Or he showed me. I was playing on his stream. He was somewhere in one of the Persona games. Doom is a mini game. You can play Doom inside of Persona. I just do not get that. Yeah, that's my thing. 48K RAM is that yeah, if I wanted to play, if I wanted to play a shooter, I'd fire up Destiny, which I haven't played. Don't ask me about whatever the event is that basically the please play this while we are stalling bringing out Final Shape. Shenmue, yeah, I've watched streams of Shenmue. What's with the teleporters? All the teleporters today. Yeah, I want to play. I'm playing a Final Fantasy VII game for the story, but it's a very Japanese, I think, because Kingdom Hearts is the same way. I think it's just a very Japanese, like sensibility. But yeah, Shenmue had many. I feel like a lot of the Shenmue games had better mini games than the actual game. Having watched someone stream the heck out of, I think Shenmue 3. But I enjoy. But I guess I'm playing a Final Fantasy game for the plot. It just sucks that I can't platinum it because there is zero chance. Like I can't even play the shooting gallery game, which you think I'd be really good at because I play so much Destiny. But I play like Destiny. I play a very precision game with Destiny. I am usually rocking like a scout rifle or like a pulse rifle. I rock a lot of precision weapons, and I stay back really, really far away, and I pluck ping stuff in the head, and that's just not how that particular mini game is programmed. I probably should have. Yeah, that was bad. I forgot. When I get into combat, I need to pay attention to combat. Like, I like you guys and all, but I gotta pay attention. I really. Well, it's a good thing we just saved. Because we're not playing around with losing levels. But I mean, Final Fantasy games have always had mini games, but Rebirth takes it to just absolutely new heights. But at the end of but I really enjoy. I mean, Rebirth made it to. I had to walk away from it for a few weeks and like process the plot before I could even go back and try and finish the um the side stuff that I wanted to finish. Like I got to the end of it and I was just like I couldn't even process what I just watched. It took me, and I watched a bunch of YouTube videos about explaining it and I still couldn't process. Also, why is DOS one of my things? This isn't DOS, this is Apple II. I clicked something that I shouldn't have. Uh uh But watching one of the guys from Loading Ready Run, Ian, play Shenmue 3. The big one I remember is driving a forklift. The driving a forklift minigame was like really like that was like the thing. And like the minigames and there's what I don't like the other thing I don't like about Rebirth is there's stuff like one of Red 13's armors is locked behind the the it's called Running Wild. It's the one where I can't even remember. Oh my gosh, this is how tired I am. It's you have to run around and you have to put the different balls in the different goals. And I can't think of the game that I just compared it to like 10 minutes ago because my brain is like mush, apparently. Rocket League. It's you have to if you can't play the Red 13 Rocket League game, then you can't get one of his armors, which means you can't learn one of his skills. Like I'm all for mini games in moderation and don't lock important stuff behind them. And I haven't even gotten into Chocobo Racing yet, which is basically just Mario Kart, complete with like drifting and stuff. Apparently there's always an encounter there. At least for me. Whoa! Okay. What's that kills all enemies? I thought that was... I'd like someone... Yeah, remove... I think she got, what, one of them? She got none of them. This could be real ugly, y'all. We could be looking at another reset here. Because the samurai also has a one-hit KO room. Yep. A bunch of these have one-hit KOs. Jeez. Did we knock over any of them? Okay, we got rid of the samurai. That's helpful. Yeah, I unfortunately did not get the mass damage spell on that level. There's a really good mass damage spell that I did not get. Okay, alright. Go. Really? Alright. Okay, we killed one of them. We killed two of them. We're going back upstairs. Like, a lot. Inspect. Disarm. You disarmed it. There better be a lot of good stuff in here. 55 gold points. I said there better be a lot of good stuff in here. You were not listening to me, game. I am the only one that did not get hit in that entire freaking melee, Donnybrook, whatever we just had. I got a sword and a scroll. I want money. Okay, I guess like the sword and the scroll. I don't want loot until I get to level 10. 10 is where all the good loot is. Ten is where all the good loot is. I mean, we're obviously gonna identify what we got. Okay, I'm not 100% sure how that happened because I legitimately thought that I was lost. Yes. All right. Oh yeah, I need to see what the Amulet of Manifo does. I need to grab the thing. Like, I know the spell Manifo paralyzes monsters, but does that make me immune to paralysis? Or does it, like... I assume that makes me immune to paralysis. Manifo paralyzes one group of monsters. So I assume that the amulet makes me immune to paralysis, which would probably be a good thing to put on my healer. Yeah, let's see what we got for the sword and the scroll. Another Dragon Slayer for Dupree would be kind of awesome. Uh... What am I doing? I'm identifying stuff. Okay. 5. Amulet of Manfo just cast Manfo. Well, that's kind of useless. Current time between thunder and lightning 0. So it's right on top of you. So what you're saying is the storm is right there. Uh. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Just a straight up short sword. Boo. Boo. I mean, we can sell it for money, but would rather have another Dragon Slayer for my third fighter. It's fine. I'm watching retro RPGs and eating chicken normal Sunday. Yeah, I made some really good chicken tacos last night. The grocery store had one of those like get extra points if that get extra points if you buy like there's a group the taco night promotion where you get extra like choice points or whatever for buying like one of these like the tortillas, the salsa, the sauce, and the refried beans. And I always have shredded chicken, or I try to always have shredded chicken in the freezer. So I made some really good chicken tacos last night. Chicken and refried beans and cheese and salsa and sauce and some. I got picked up some sour cream, and then I made some elote, Mexican street corn, but as a salad. So I fried the corn in my cast iron skillet, and I mixed it with I didn't have cotija cheese, but I had the spices, and I have lime juice, and I have mayonnaise and stuff like that. Scroll of Catano. Put one group of enemies to sleep. Interesting. So yeah, I will also be eating chicken, like, cause I made it. It actually made like the tacos ended up being. I made 3 tacos and I only ate 2. There's one like wrapped in foil in my refrigerator. I'll probably snack on later. They ended up being a lot more filling than I expected, which is good. But yeah, it was just, and for the chicken, I don't even buy taco seasoning anymore. I just throw a bunch of spices out of. I just like know what to throw in. Uh, Only because I'm pretty sure she needs to sleep. She needs to sleep. I need to sleep. That's probably we might do. I think we're gonna maybe do like one more run, and then that'll be after I let me heal up. We'll do one more pull, and then that'll probably be it. As I realize I'm like I keep typing the wrong thing, and I know why. All right. First of all, trading post. We don't need. And we don't need. And we don't need. Because that just doesn't do enough damage to be worth it. Oh, cool. I mean, so somewhere in your house you have a random mouse that doesn't work. Take the damn mouse balls out. We used to do that in high school. People would steal them all the time, so people would steal one and just keep it in their book bag. Prelude to batteries. Yeah, people would just keep it like the mouse would work while the kid was sitting there because they would take the ball with them when they left because half the mice didn't have balls in them. Aw. I used to remove the BBC ROM chips. All right. We didn't get anything good out of that. Hated Granny's Garden that much. Classic tragedy of the commons. Yeah, so we did Granny's Garden wasn't I played a lot of Oregon Trail, a lot of Carmen San Diego, Micro. We had Apple IIs. And then when we got the IBMs, they really didn't have a lot of even like gamey games on them, especially when you got to high school. It was like all productivity software. We had a I when I the year my senior year I had one of the programs was like fake Eliza, and but that got real old because it was Eliza for yeah, I saw that. I need to sit down and watch that. I saw that it was that came through. I mean, it came up on my YouTube. You should watch this. I just haven't had time to sit down and watch it. This is what I mean. Like I'm hitting all the wrong buttons today. I'm surprised we're doing as well as we are. But yeah, we didn't like. But I remember, like I said, I played in middle school. I played so much Microzine. But yeah, once you got to high school, I mean, in middle school, I know we had Primary Editor Plus. What it was called because it had text to speech. Um, and we, of course, as middle school students, tried to see what we could make the text to speech say until the librarian yelled at us. This was when it's like, you're a girl. Why are you in the computer lab? Because I like computers. Because they're fun. I remember we had this like geometry thing where I would spend like hours, like I would draw a polygon and then I would like connect all of the points and then I would fill it in with the different colors. And it was the I want to say CGA where you had white, cyan, and magenta and black. And what can you do with that? Pro tip: more than you'd think. Yeah, logo. I played a little bit with logo. The nice thing was I was in the gifted and talented program, so that was that was kind of an environment where we got to do a lot of choosing our own like path, like what do we want to work on. I spent endless hours with the Apple because we had Apple IIs in my district until they got the I mean, I want some flavor of IBM PS2. I remember it had two two and a half, or two 3.5 inch floppy drives. It was all one unit, and then the keyboard came out of the front. And I just remember if you turned it off and turned it back on it again, it had a very satisfying thunk. Model 25, yeah, I feel like that might be it. I also remember the day one of the we were there for, I can't remember what. Didn't we just leave this party? Didn't I just kill this party? I think I just killed this party. If we die here, I had a Model 55 at home. Yeah, we had the 2C until I went to college and I got a 486. And then my dad got a 386 for the house just because my mom wanted to be able to email me, which this party is bigger. Don't tell me that. Oh, shoot. That's not what I wanted to use. Back. Like, why can't I spell this? She doesn't have many things you can use. I was totally looking at the wrong, let's see how this goes. Yeah, spell name please die already. Kind of like in, I want to say GTA 3 for PC. The cheat was give me, if you typed give me a tank on the keyboard, it would just drop a tank for you out of the frickin' sky. It was great. Give me a tank. And boom, tank. And then you would try to get up to 5 stars and get into tank on tank combat. Whoa. Okay, we killed something. I don't have Bada Llama. I don't think I've gotten that yet. Which is irritating. Oh, okay. We got rid of one set. Okay. This is probably going to be it. Alright. 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 Okay, so we have 2 high priests that are probably not doing so good. Alright. Because I feel like this should be it. We should also get a pile of XP for this. Yeah, that's a pile of XP. You disarmed it. A stick. And 51 gold. Yay. That's super worth it, y'all. You know, if we keep getting our... I feel like part of beating this game is really gonna be up to, like, die rolls of, like, what... There's no fixed encounters. So I feel like it's literally gonna end up being... Do you get good rolls on, all of your... guardians on the 10th level. And if I could ever go through that 9th level door without getting a thing again, I do have to dodge the hand of RNG, Scooby. And nostalgic, no, there is not. There is not a spell that does that. Yes, that would be a super helpful spell. There are lots of things that would be super helpful spells in here. I cast Cucumba. Yeah, right? Yes, that's the spell we need to cast, is Cucumba. That, you know. Or Snafu Wizard. I cast Snafu Wizardry. Yeah, it's a summon spell. I summon Snafu Wizardry. Oh, she doesn't need to stay, but I'm curious what she needs to make level. Yeah, so where do I think... Yeah, Cucumba. Yeah, it's Cucumba. That's how that's how it's said. You didn't know that. Yeah, that is how it's Cucumba. It is Cucumber, yes. No, you're not the dog. So one of the things that I always tell my students, if they can't, like, a lot of them will struggle to, like, pronounce words or something like that. And and there are words that I don't say right because I learned the word and I mentally sounded out the word because I read it in a book. And I sounded it out wrong, but it's stuck in there the wrong way. So, and I always, when people mispronounce a word, I never give people. It's probably because they learned it from a book and they didn't. We didn't have something like Google that would, like, pronounce a word for you. And even then, Google gets it wrong about half the time because it's Google. Oof. Oh, and that reminds me. I also owe you guys another. I owe you guys last week's episode too. Some stuff. I had some personal life stuff happen this week too. It's kind of been a long week, so I did that in 8th grade. Ari, yeah. Or my thing was I would add syllables even though they weren't there, and I'm to this day don't know why. I take the attitude that language. I always tell something I tell my students. Language is always evolving and changing. Language doesn't stay static. I mean, I can use slang from the 80s. Oh, that's not going to help. I need DisplayPort. And they wouldn't know what the heck in the world I was talking about. Move you guys back over to my main monitor here. um and I try to explain to them that like language, language changes, language evolves as people use it. So that's just it's how things work. I grew up in the 80s. I am a child of the 80s. Vortalk, thank you very much for the follow. Did not see that it was buried underneath the all of the 8 million piles of windows ahead. I still type two spaces after a period. Yeah, that's well, no, what's funny is if I try to use their slang, like if I try to use their common vernacular, they look at me and they're like, please never say that again. Please don't try to speak our language. Yes, I learned to type on a typewriter. I want one of the things I need to bring down here is my dad's Smith Corona, and I need to get a I want to get a ribbon for it. I mean, I loved typing on dad's. Yeah, I occasionally do it. Absolutely, occasionally do it on purpose. But yeah, no, I love my dad's. I loved typing on his dad's electric Smith's Corona. It was one of the ones that came in a suitcase. I do that too sometimes to drive them nuts. 4 a.m. I intentionally misuse the words, and I'm like, what? And the kid's like, oh my god, please stop. You're not one of us. Please stop. And I'm like, oh, that yes. And they're like, what is wrong with you, adults? Stop being adults. Stop trying to be us. I could go for a nice IBM wheelwright. Yeah. That's one of those things I need to nick one of the years. The problem is I know which attic it's in, and I can't get into that attic right now for reasons. And because my parents have there's a crawl space. There were two crawl spaces in the eaves of the house, but then when they added on, now like the one attic is enormous. If I said that to my students, Scooby, they would be just like, they would look at me like I was like, they would literally be like, when they would look at me like I had two heads. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave it there. Mostly, like I said, I keep hitting the wrong buttons. I'm tired. My body is not happy. Linguistics, I love. So that's the thing is, 4 a.m. Like, if I could teach a class in like I not in this high school, but I love linguistics. I love the study of linguistics and grammar. I love how language works, how the pieces of our language put to come together like a puzzle, how like physically we form the different sounds, and how language changes and evolved. I took a linguistics class as an undergrad. I had to take because things got to get in my master's program. I had to take a math class because I got a D in Math 101 because I'm me, and I was missing like one sort of like category, so I had to take a linguistics course. I took it online. I took it all online in in like 2008 2009. So that kids are like, oh, I'm like, learning online's been around for a while. I have that T-shirt too, Scooby. I have the T-shirt that says English doesn't steal from English doesn't borrow from other languages. English follows them down dark alleys, knocks them over, and goes through their pockets looking for loose grammar. I have that T-shirt. But one of the books I had to read for that class was called Spoken Here, and I do recommend it. It's a really good book. It talks about how different languages are dying, and like we're losing languages. We're losing like a lot of Native American and like Hebrew and Yiddish and a lot of the native like Australia, the like native Australian and like the First Nations. Like so many of these languages are dying. I know the other. I always tell them to read the book. It's a middle. It's kind of a middle school book. It's called Frindle, and it's really funny because that's literally the point of the book. Is one kid decides to start calling his pen a Frindle, and he gets a lot of other people to do it. Hawaiian almost disappeared. But yeah, read Frindle if you want to see if you want to see how language can be can take hold and how it can spread through a population. And like the school principal gets on his case, but like at some point it becomes out of his control. Because like once something like that is out in the world, it's a middle grade American children's novel. I highly recommend. It's read this book. It's really good. And then if you really want to get into the weeds about is this the book that I have? I think this is the book. I don't have the I don't have the dust jacket because I got it like used at the used bookstore because that's how you get textbooks. So I think this is the right one. Yeah, this is the right one. I'm trying to see if it's the right one. I'd actually have to go grab it off my shelf to check. It's in the other room. Yeah. I'm giving you homework now. I'm not giving you homework. I'm just saying, like, so you hit one of my buttons. One of my buttons is like the one, like people are like, why are you an English teacher? And it's because I love the language and I love how languages work and how and how languages function and how they're put together and how one language differs from another. And I probably would have ended up as a foreign language. There's probably a timeline where I'm teaching a foreign language or I'm teaching like Spanish or French or something too. Yeah, I love etymology. I love I love all of it's for me. It's less I like the nuts and bolts of. I like how it's put together. I like to take things apart and put things back together. I have a 2 in small pieces on my bench. Matter of fact, part of it's right here because I'm trying to figure out how to clean this without erasing all of this because it has some really nice date stamp provenance on. This is the keyboard for my 2 that needs a good cleaning and 2 new where is it? It needs 2 new I think you can see them right here. It needs 2 new switches, which I have the switches. Yes, I love that. I would like that on a t-shirt. I know of I don't study them, but like I love that Klingon doesn't have a verb to be. Mark Ockran specifically did not put the verb to be in Klingon because he always told the story that he was on the set of Star Trek 6 Esperanto. I've heard of Esperanto. And the Nick Meyer comes running up to him. He's like, "Oh, good, you're here. I need you to translate a line into Klingon for me." And Mark Ockran's like, "Okay, what's the line?" And Nick Meyer's like, "To be or not to be." And Mark Ockran's like, well, I think they ended up going. I think it's technically in Klingon, it's to exist or not to exist. I think is where they ended up, but there's no just straight to be in Klingon. because he just wanted, like, Klingon breaks all the rules. Because Mark Ockran just said, F it, I'm gonna break all the rules. So yeah, but yeah, no, the problem is you all flipped one of my switches. And I mean, this is like, you flipped one of this is one of my shiny red buttons and you found it. Where's my, I guess it's type to Kapla or not to Kapla. It's actually typed, it's actually spelled like that. I used to have I'm pretty sure I had the Klingon language tapes as a kid. I'm pretty sure I copied them from the library. So I do have a little bit of that in my system. You could take Klingon on Duolingo. I am a nerd, and I'm going to send you over to talk to another nerd, and that nerd is Rexadecimal, who is playing, because Bill's not online yet, and I have a Klingon English. Yeah, I've seen, I'm pretty sure I checked that out of the library as a kid. But I'm going to send you over to say hi to Rex, who is also a nerd. He's playing Final Fantasy. Speaking of Rebirth, he's playing it on hard mode because we'll talk about being a nerd. But thanks everybody for stopping by, for chatting and following and lurking and kibitzing and putting up with me and subscribing, following, cheering, all that good stuff you do to make this stream what it is. I will see you all next week. And as always, thanks for watching.